So what it means is that it has to do with attitude.
Attitude, the way we approach. Because if you want to be like Kofi Gold, yes, maybe you see me nicely dressed, but trust me, if I tell you the Kofi Gold you've never known or you've never seen, you don't believe it. The struggle, the sacrifice, the submissive, let's make them go humbling. Humble yourself. Humble yourself. I remember when I was in the fashion school and the first time my lecturer asked me to sew something with my own fabric for his husband. And the husband wasn't like mine and your size of body. Kukudu size.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just thinking of this small material I bought. How will I sew? The husband wears 7XL.
Whoa.
Thick, tall. I said, I was just imagine, how can I sew for this man? This man is very thick, tall. But you have no room. I still have to gather some few monies I have to buy some fabric and sew for there. And till today, my lecturers still want me come teach at the school. I only went for 3 months. I went for 3 months. But because the creative mindset was there, I always see things. And one thing which really inspired me to be more creative? Nature. And that is one key thing I will tell people existing in the business. Nature is one key factor which really help us build more strength. So if somebody want to be Kofi Gold, yes, you can.
So the attitude, you have to work on the attitude first of all before you approach.
You can't go to a production center or your bosses, and whilst you're being taught, you are on your phone answering to a group chat. And that's what is happening these days.
How about, just as I asked, which one is the first, must you get some background information or knowledge on sewing before you move to school, or the school can give you what you want and you can come and better it with people like you?
Okay, it depends on the individual.
Okay.
Because the reason I'm saying that is I've met people in school.
Okay.
Because when they went to the school, they tried driving me into that conversation, always talking about the owner of the school. Always gossiping. This is a traditional, you find it. And I was wondering, and I asked them, you say you pay this money. If they see a man visit the woman, they will gossip. If they see a woman visit the woman. And I said, so I realized, I thought at that moment they were having some mental, and I left there, they are still doing it. So sometimes it's the individual.
Okay.
But I would say, if you can humble yourself, what school can give you? You can get it from the roadside person.
All right.
Sometimes you will not believe that roadside person is a masterpiece of.
No, I've seen people who have not gone to any school.
No.
The only thing they might have is the attitude towards work. That's a challenge. But how they sew, you would think that they've been to the best of schools, even outside this country.
Of course. My stepfather was doing buttonholes on jackets, right, with his hand. Right? And when you see that buttonholes, you wonder how it was made. Like crochet, and nicely. And they have patience for the work. So when you pick that jacket, you know you've got something which really boosts your confidence when you're wearing it.
I see.
So it really boils down to the person's own attitude. Because I'll be willing to teach you. I can teach you some trick. I can say, come, I'll teach you. But I'll see how serious you are. Some lecturers or some teachers or some owners of institutions doesn't want to come and see himself there before you come.
Okay.
Somebody will wait, cry, the madam will come before you come. And every day people have, I've realized people have very parcel, package, polished excuses. And while they talk about those excuses, they believe you should just accept it.
Okay.
But no, when you are looking for something, please go in with a sacrificial heart.
Let's talk about costs now. Costs and how it's affecting business these days. Are we getting a lot of more people saying, I want to sew? There are also the other issues on the periphery. So you are looking at costs, whether or not you can afford. Then two, the attitude of now not the customers, but the tailors themselves. Where Charlie, these tailors can toss in Ghana as though like it's a course they learn when they are doing apprenticeship. Hey, tossing, yeah. You call it so. Oh, right, I'm just fixing button. I'm fixing button. You'll get it next
Of course,
week.
next week and the next week.
Next week, oh, I'm doing hemming right now. Oh, you can. By the time you get to the shop, the guy has closed. The window is open.
Maybe he saw you coming.
No, he has timed you, and they know the time you get there as well.
You know.
So how do we deal with?
Well, actually, when it comes to that attitude, let me tell you the truth. I did experience it.
Okay.
Of course. Actually, if I tell you the secret behind Coffee Gold now becoming a public business,
right,
it wasn't that intention. The intention was for me to sew for myself in my room.
Right.
Because I had a very good friend, and when I was called Joseph, then he was a very good friend. You know, we do things together and
right,
blah, blah, blah. It was, and when the guy sew for you till now, you won't believe it. The guy is good. Very good. I mean, he will wear a shirt and pass by you, and you love to wear that shirt that he's wearing. And you have the memory of that guy. And this was my closest friend at church and everything. It's like every day if we don't see ourselves. So I was by then working, I was a country director for Dumata Ministers Training School. And I was graduating student. So I needed to look good. So I went to VM by then to buy some good trouser fabric and then expect to get some good trousers from him. I can't forget this. The trouser he sewed for me, I should have gone for my grandfather's own. It was big. It was just that moment, and I have like less than 1 hour to go to the event. So do you know, when I came back, and after the event, what really was occurring to me, because I really value relationship.
Right.
I was just thinking, did this guy value our relationship, our friendship, the discussion? So it's like all the good friendship moments we've had, like it was faking. Right? I experienced that. So that made me decide, I work with this company. Sometimes I have 3-month leave. 3-month leave when my directors go back to the US. Why can't I learn and be in my room, find some small machine, and just do my own thing so nobody comes and give me this headache again? Because imagine a whole director, I mean, standing in front of the invited guests and the student, and your trousers as big as somebody going for Okusie.
I think they might reduce your class, right? What you have gotten is...
I mean, it's just like, it's unbelievable.
Okay.
So
that's where it stemmed from. So, I mean, then we are saying that the customers are now afraid to come because of one, that issue, and two, the cost now. And it's not your fault. Things are also increasing. So what's supposed to be done?
Well, that's what I keep saying. You know, sometimes, since you don't hold the power to really make some tough decisions, which really impact on raw materials or product that you buy.
Yes.
This is what I advise people. Make sure you always invest in the business. You know, because that's the only thing you can do. Because, trust me, today, the thread I bought last week, which was 73 Ghana cedi.
Okay.
Now I'll go, it will be 85 Ghana cedis. But good enough, I didn't buy one.
Okay.
I buy like 4. So I save myself from the situation we are in, right? So when it comes to prices going up, yes, and what I'm doing now, I'm not increasing my price, I'm still trying to keep it stable because I know the situation. And good news to you is that I really have a lot of fabric. I don't buy, I invest back into the business. That's what I would tell you.
That's key.
That's key. I mean, you know the raw material. Among all the things you use, you have fabric, you have a needle, you have thread, you have fusing, they call Steve, you have different type of Steve, right? Which one is very key to the business growth? If it's the fabric, go for it.
Buy it in bulk.
Buy it in bulk.
How about if it's not one that somebody will need? Or there's a way you guys do it where...
You see, that's why I have to be a production house. You can walk into my office that you want something to really fit, something to fit you for occasion.
Yeah.
I should be able to have the dynamics of creation which will really catch your attention.
Okay.
You understand? That's why I would say when it comes to experience of disappointment and then having it ready, that's why I chose to have things ready.
Okay.
For people to come and buy.
All right.
So you don't get yourself disappointed by anybody again.
Okay, yes.
So
yes,
you
yes.
always have to make, and you should know the kind of colors which really work. That's why you have to connect to nature. You see, when you connect to nature, you know colors which really work well for people. Learn on the job. Because if you don't learn on the job, you can go for... There are seasons too, colors like black moves. There are seasons to colors like white moves, right? So let me give example, like we are approaching Xmas, you should have more white, right? After Xmas, what happened? Black moves. Because there are few burials, people maybe have lost their loved ones, and so you should know the terrain.
Charlie, it's true.
And after March going, the fun keeps going. The fun is there, so you should have all the beautiful colors blend together. So you should know the season. So when you are buying the raw materials, you should buy the right one.
Hey, this is only revealed by the Hey, so you think that you are just buying fabric? No. People come and sew.
No. You should know the season. You understand? Look, I have clients who every 3 months comes and buy something from me. Okay, you should keep records of things that you have given them, the shades of textile you've given them, so you wouldn't repeat it every time. So they wouldn't feel bored. And you should sometimes have what you call a rapport, a conversation with them to know where, when you build a rapport with your client, they tell you where they go and things. So you'll be able to at least give them something that will really match the very occasion. And they always come.
I see. So, finally, the issue then comes with who must fix this clothing industry to make it, worthwhile the more? Is it you, the practitioners, or we, the customers, or policymakers, or all of us?
All of us.
All of us.
All of us have a role to play. All of us have a role to play. We have to see ourselves as partners of growth.
Okay.
And if we can see ourselves as partners of growth, I think the industry will work. And bear in mind that it creates jobs. It puts a lot of money in people's pockets. I can tell you my life has been better now working with Coffee Gold than when I was working with the corporate world and I was living in 7-bedroom. And people think by then when they mention Joseph, nicely dressed with a big tie, that's what people remember me with. Big tie, neatly dressed because the job demands. But I'm telling you, my life has been far, far better
than
Coffee Gold than when you were out there.
I see.
And I've been able to reach more hands to more people.
Okay.
You see? So I think we should have it in mind that when we're able to, all policymakers, we all come together to fix it. It will create job opportunities. There's so many things we can do. I'm even considering now coconut shell.
Okay.
Yeah. Next week, I want to see some few jewel making companies and see how we can use coconut shell for battles.
I see. Okay.
Yes, for accessories.
Okay.
And we have it so much here.
Okay.
Which is possible. And that is natural.
Okay. Okay.
You see, than the plastic. That is natural.
Well, that's what you get from Coffee Gold all the time. And CEO of Coffee Gold, you can go to the showroom. It's located adjacent City Light at Circle. Yeah, there's Dromo House there, a big building with a beautiful showroom. They walk in there. There are times where you don't not necessarily have to even get measured. The things are there. Yours is to just fit in, get one, and walk out. You're good to go, away from disappointment as well. www.coffeegold.com is the website to also visit. Coffee Gold Clothing is on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. We are grateful that you come as always. Thank you.